Hello guys, how are you all doing? I hope you all doing great. It's been a minute since I posted a video here on YouTube. Yes, I know. I've been caught up with so many projects going on, but you know what, just pretend like I never left, because I never left. I'm still here, gonna give you chart works and all of that. So let's do it. Today what we're gonna do is it's still Tuesday. The market is very active. We still have some few days to the end of the trading week, so we're just gonna jump on a chart, look at few setups that we can capitalize from that is going forward. So without wasting my time, let's just jump into the chart. So we're gonna start analysis from EURUSD. This is the weekly time frame. We're gonna work our way down to the lower time frame, and this is called top down analysis. So let's begin. Let's just focus on this area to the current price, right? So you can see price created a high, we pulled back, created a new high, we pulled back, created a new high. So price is creating high highs and high lows, and this means that we are bullish, right? So on the weekly, we are on a bullish trend. On the daily time frame as well, that is the same thing that we are seeing. You can see structures are being broken, right? Price broke this high with this, we had a pullback, and then we had an impulsive move to the upside. We broke this structure, we had a pullback, and currently price is pushing to the upside. So whenever there is a break of structure, there is always a pullback before the continuation of the trend, right? So let's go to the 4H, and as you can see, this is the pullback that price made, and price is currently pushing to the upside, right? So this is where I'm going to turn on my markups like that, right? So this was the previous pullback that price made, and then we had a strong impulse to the upside, and then we had a pullback. So we were just in a pullback phase. Do I know where the pullback was likely to go? No, but I just had some area of values that I highlighted in case price gets there. I'm just going to focus on what price will do there, right? So if you look at the daily structure, this was a previous resistance, right? So resistance, price broke above, shot to the downside, we broke impulsively, and currently price is retesting. So this is what happened at that level. You can see right here, during the pullback phase, we saw a lower low, lower high, lower low, and then price has currently broken the previous high, and this also looks like a left shoulder head, right shoulder, right? So this is what I'm expecting. If this was supposed to be taken, just the break could have been an entry, or even the pullback and the push to the upside. I'm not in the trade, I'm just analyzing these setups, right? So yeah, this could have been a move to the upside, or a trade that you could have taken to the upside, at least expecting price to at least reach this high or even break above. But yeah, going forward, you can just wait for a strong pullback either to this level. I cannot tell if price is going to pull back to this level again, but if you go down the lower time frames, since we have broken structures and this pullback is over, we cannot be waiting for any pullback on lower time frame just to join the overall trend to the upside, right? So this is what I'm anticipating. If you look at the weekly time frame, we had price just pushing to the downside like that, and you can see we have this possible left shoulder head, right shoulder, and this neckline being broken, right? So I'm actually expecting price to continue pushing to the upside, at least to reach this level on EURUSD. So this is what I'm looking at. So yeah, on the lower time frame, it won't be bad just to follow the trend as well, since we have everything pushing to the upside. It won't be bad just to wait for a pullback and also continue trading this to the upside. Yeah, so this is GBPUSD as well. If you look at this on the weekly time frame, we had price pushing to the upside, we created a high, created a low, we shot to the upside, broke this structure, created a new high, and then this was a pullback, right? So the weekly, this move right here was a pullback. If you go down to the daily time frame, this is the weekly pullback that you just saw, right? So the weekly was creating lower lows and lower highs on the daily, but it was just a pullback on the weekly, right? Let's go to the 4H time frame as well. Right here you can see a clear picture of the lower low structures, lower low, lower high structures. But when we go here, price didn't create a new lower low, we created equal lows, and this is also a pattern in the market called a double bottom formation, right? This is a reversal pattern that reverses the trend from a downtrend to an uptrend. So right here you can see we had a change of trend from bearish to bullish, lower low, lower high, lower low, same lows. We broke this structure, break and retest, and this is actually a trade that I took on Monday. Very simple structure, right? So if you go back to the daily time frame or even the weekly time frame, you can see that I had this level, right? It's not even about the level. The levels, as I said, I just mark the levels and just see what price will do when we get to that level. That is what I do. So if you look at this structure right here, this was a strong resistance level in the past, lower low, lower high, retested this level and then shot to the downside, right? So when price was just coming down, we could have come here and then pulled back. You know, any level, whatever, support and resistance is actually not the only confluence that you need, but you know, market structure as well. So when I had this level right here, if you look at the daily, it made sense right here. So this was a strong resistance, price shot to the downside. Look right here, price acted as a support, we pushed to the upside, it came back, support. When we broke below, it acted as resistance. So whenever price is above, you know, it bounces on top and pushes to the upside. Whenever we are below, it bounces below it and then pushes to the downside. So when price got here, I was just very curious to see what price will do there. And as I showed you on the lower time frame on the 4H, this was a double bottom structure as well, right? So the breakout of this neckline was just a confirmation that this was going to shoot to the upside. So right here on the 1H, when the market opened, let me just show you where the market opened for the week. This is exactly where the market opened, right? Price had broken the trend line. That is not even the main thing, but looking at the structures, just focus on structure, right? We broke this neckline, price came back to retest, we shot to the upside impulsively. I had this nice correction, and then again you can see the break of this previous high. This was an indication that this pullback is over, and this was just the entry right here. Stop loss below this level and then take profit at this high, right? At these highs, right? Yeah, but going forward, this is what I can also say on this structure. We can expect price to at least reach this high because we are on an uptrend. Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. On the lower time frame, structure has shifted right here, so we can expect price to at least continue the trend that is giving us on the higher time frame. So this is what I'm also expecting on GBPUSD as well. So here on the lower time frames, if we get any pullback anywhere, we could break this high or anything. As long as there is a pullback, you just wait for the pullback, wait for a nice break of structure, and then we get in just to continue the trend to the upside. Here is the last pair I'm going to talk about. This is gold. If you look at gold on the weekly time frame, we are very bullish. There is no sign of price just reversing to the downside, right? We have a high right here, low, and price is, you know, consolidating at this level. So let's go down to the daily time frame. This is the daily time frame, right? And this is where things, you know, things are getting interesting, right? So here, price broke this high, created a new high. We shot to the downside, created a low, but price pushed the upside. We never broke above this high, right? And then price came down again. We never broke below this low. So this is kind of like a range, right? Whenever there is a range, it becomes very confusing to trade because you don't know the clear direction of the market as to whether it's going to reverse or it's going to push to the upside. So this was how the market was looking like when, you know, the market opened, right? So let's go to the 4H. So remember, this is the high. Price came down right here. We pushed up. We never broke above this high. It came down again to that same low, and then the market opened right here. So I was really skeptical about the move, whether price is going to push to the upside to continue the trend, since we're in the range, or price is going to push to the downside. So I'm going to go down to the hourly time frame right here. This is where the market opened, right? Let me just turn on my markups. This is where the market opened. So when the market opened, since I really didn't know whether the gold is going to continue trading to the upside, you know, or it's going to push to the downside because we're in a ranging market, I was just looking at this area of, you know, resistance. This was a resistance. Price played around this level, and looking at how price was getting there, this was very corrective. So I was like, okay, you know what? This is price is moving in an ascending channel. If price, you know, breaks below the previous low right here like that, if price does this, comes down, breaks below this low, and then at least pulls back, I'm gonna get in. But as you can see, price never came down to break that low. Actually, when I woke up, price had already broken this high and then shot to the upside, which means this was not valid, right? So gold, you know, actually continued trading to the upside. You can see we had a nice, you know, pullback right here. and then gold continue trading to the upside. Right, so currently where gold is sitting, we are sitting at an area of value, because if you look at the past, this is the daily time frame. Whenever price gets here, there is always a massive move to the downside. You can see right here, price short to the downside, right here, price short to the downside, and that is where we are sitting right now. Right, so price short to the downside, here we short to the downside. This is where we are. So I just want to see what price will do at this level. Are we gonna, get any reversal pattern, or is price or is structure gonna shift from bullish to bearish so that we can start selling, or price is gonna break above so that we can continue buying? But this is what I've noticed, or this is what I've seen on gold as well. If you look at this arrow that I've drawn, this is the weekly time frame. Just look at the candlestick formation. Right, when price created this high and shot to the downside, so far we've not had any candlestick closing above this high. Right, whenever price tries to break above and close, it doesn't. Right, so you can see this candlestick actually broke through. Right, this is the weekly time frame. So the weekly broke through as if the weekly was breaking structures, but then it closed right here. This is where the weekly closed. Right, so we closed right here. This week as well, I mean this particular week, not this week, but I mean this week that I'm dealing with. Right, price broke this high as well, but then ended up closing here for the week. Right, if you look at the next week, that is the same thing that happened. Price broke that high, we ended up right here. But this week you can see price has actually broken that high. So is price gonna finally break this high and continue going up, or it's also gonna pull back and end up just like these ones? So this is what I'm looking at. So is price gonna push to the downside? If price is gonna push to the downside, then I just want to see what price will do at these two levels that I have highlighted. Right, this first level, I just want to see what price will do here. Right, if price breaks above, I just want to see what price will do here as well. Right, so these are the few pairs that I'm looking at. These are the few setups that I'm looking at. So you can see right here, even on the 1H, price go here, short to the downside, push to that same level, and price seems like it's struggling to break. So if price comes down to break this, of course I'll be looking for a pullback, and then obviously sell this, and this will be a change of structure. Right, but if price finally breaks this, fine, I will also see what price will do here. Price might shoot to the downside and give us head and shoulder pattern, and eventually even continue going to the downside. Anything can happen at this level. It's still not clear as to whether price is going to go to the upside or going to go to the downside. So I'm just going to give it time for it to shape up so that we see what price is going to do. These are the few setups that I'm currently looking at. So that is it for the market outlook. I hope you got something from this video. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, make sure you do, because I will be dropping back-to-back videos like this so that you'll be able to learn and also be able to capitalize from the market. All right, make sure you subscribe, share this video, make sure you like as well. All right, I'll see you next time. Peace.